channel. Welcome back, guys. How's it going? It is Saturday night. You know what that means. It is time for. It is time. Ooh, let's turn that off. It is time for some Advanced Wars, baby. It is. Wait, no, this is. I have it set up as the wrong title. Um, this is actually Mission 5. I'll have to change that later. But that's not very important now. Let me bring up the stream real quick. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. Cool. I just wanted to sound check, make sure everything was good. And we are, in fact, good. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing all right tonight. I'm actually getting to do this at a much more reasonable hour. Normally, when I'm doing this at like. Ugh. I do it at like, for me, like 10:20 p.m. So we're doing good today. Got the kids in bed at a nice normal hour, especially because school's approaching. So got to get the kids back on schedule. Normally on weekends, I still let the kids stay up a little bit later. But, you know, got to start building some semblance of a schedule. Ugh. Sitting here, I bought myself some nice cheap whiskey. No Coke today. Got myself some cheap whiskey. Almost drink about as much as I want to drink. I definitely need to eat some dinner, though. I mean, I ate, but I only ate a little bit. I need to eat a little bit more, make sure I have something to, slurp up all that alcohol in my stomach right now. Oh, it was funny today. I had a moment that I have only ever heard about in, like, stupid posts on the internet. I actually had a moment with some woman making it seem like I was a predator with my kids today. I took my kids to Splash Pad today because my kids on Monday were absolute little fucking monsters for my girlfriend. And like, my son had to basically be dragged out of the pool kicking and screaming. And he was just, my son's special needs. He does have days where it's harder than others. But even for him having a harder day, he had a beyond average blow up. And my daughter also was not helping the situation. So we told them that, I think it was on Tuesday, we told them that we weren't going back to the pool till Monday. So since then, because it is summertime, you want to get the kids out and splashing about. Took the kids to a water park that is along the where I live in the Chicagoland suburbs. There's a river near us called the Fox River, and I took the kids to a splash pad that's in one of the towns along the river. And as we were getting ready to go, I had never had a moment where, like I said, where a woman makes me feel or talks to me as if I'm a predator. And not the weird thing, the sensible, not, what's even the word that I want to use? Unsurprisingly, I've never had, like, a woman who's a proper, like, mom ever come up and accuse me of such a thing. It's never been someone like that. All right, hold on, I got to put this on D&D real quick. I've never had it be like an actual mom come up and do it. Any mom, sees me with my kids, like, oh, is that your daughter? Oh, she's adorable. Boom, we're good. And we were getting ready to leave, and this homeless woman is, because this town, it is a pretty big town, and even though the downtown area is real nice, there are not a lot, but there are a notable amount of homeless people. That city actually just recently was doing something with, like, homeless shelters where they were trying to expand their homeless sheltering program to get more of these people off the streets, because they actually used to have, it was an actual homeless camp that was alongside of the river, and these homeless people actually built like cardboard huts for themselves along the river. Not gonna lie, it was actually pretty fucking cool, not gonna lie. But this last winter, we had at least like one or two cold snaps that were like really frigid. And, you know, with them basically making makeshift heater units, uh, one of the homeless houses went on fire. And, Jalea and Jason, what is up? Um, but yeah, one of the homeless houses, like the little huts that someone had made down there by the river, one of them caught fire over the winter. And, um, ever since then, the city was like, because I think someone died. Right now I'm just chilling and just talking about my week and just vibing, and then probably in like, a little less than 10 minutes, I'll start playing. Um, right now we're just still doing the field training mission, so it's not like I'm going to be doing like super intense gameplay. But, you know, I have been drinking a little bit of my whiskey, so we'll see how good we do today. But yeah, no, ever since that fire, the city started really trying to actually help with the homeless problem by having more shelters and more places for them to go. But there are still a couple of homeless people around the city. So, homeless lady is walking around. She's got her cart, and it's filled up with her pillows and her fucking blankets and sheets and shit. And my kids are getting their shoes on, and this woman looks at me and she's like, "Is that your daughter?" And again, anytime I've ever been asked this, the 1,872 times I've ever been asked this prior, the answer is, yeah, that's my daughter. Oh, she's adorable. Boom. Is that your daughter? Yeah. Oh, okay. Just making sure. And I was like, listen, I will huff and puff and kick your fucking house down over here. Obviously referring to her shopping cart. It was like, no, let's not be mean to the homeless lady. Her life's pretty rough. I'm not gonna fucking make it worse. But no, it's just so funny that of all the times it could be, and from all the people to be questioned by, it was just some random homeless lady who's like, I'm just making sure. And it's like, listen, how about you go find somewhere to sit down and relax? But yeah, that was funny. I've heard plenty of stories, I've heard plenty of stories of men who are like, I've had women come up to me asking me this, that, or the other about my kid because, I'm just a man with a kid. And, yeah, those are shitty times, but I've never actually had one of those. Ooh. But boy, oh boy, did I have a good one today for that. So, yeah, that was pretty fun. But, oh, I got to keep an eye out for my neighbors because we had some neighbors move out because we live, I guess I would just call it a townhouse, but technically it's called a triplex, not a duplex, because there's three houses in the, three different apartments, houses, whatever, within the same building. And like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, the neighbors that we had next door, they were really cool. They moved out, and the new neighbors have been moving in, but they've been like back and forth and in and out of here quite often. So I just want to make sure that I'm not going to be blocking their way. The only pain in the ass is going to be that I'm going to have to take my phone that's, live streaming and go put it outside real quick, just so that way it's not, I don't disconnect while I move my car for them. But yeah, it's, I don't know if it's a family, actually. I've only seen, I think, one of the guys. But the person I see moved in is this fucking black dude. And I've only talked to him like 2 times. He seems super awesome, super chill, super cool. So I am definitely hoping we have some cool neighbors, because our other neighbors suck. And I would really like if we're going to have 1 out of 3 properties, if we're going to have one neighbor that sucks, I would really like it if the other neighbor was nice and chill. That would be good. I would like that. But let's just finish a little bit of our drink here. Let's puff on some green and get inebriated. You know, I've already beaten this game once, so and that time I was basically sober, so why not see how good my strategy works while I'm under the influence? Most likely, it's going to be just me being extra of what I already am, which is, I mean, you can't see it, but a couple weeks ago when I did base capture, that is the third field training mission. I got a B. Now, I've already beaten this game. It says in the title, let's replay. So I've already gotten A's on all these, but it's pretty telling of my play style when already 3 missions in, I've already gotten a B in one of the field training. And it's always for the same thing that it is every time with me, which is speed. I am just not that fast in these games. I just end up being too cautious. But because of that, I end up basically raffle stomping the enemy almost every single time. I generally don't have to worry about losing all my troops unless it's a map that requires like very specific strategizing and I have to learn how to best approach. But in general, I'm always really good at teasing out the AI to come chase after me and leave themselves high and dry, and then I can just swamp over them. So I was good at doing that in Fire Emblem. What little I've gotten to play of it recently. And by recently, I mean like 2 months ago. But, yeah. And because I do live in the great state of Illinois, anything that you hear that might sound like it is illegal activity is all legal in the state of Illinois. So don't you worry, kids. Don't you worry. Uncle Bob knows what's safe and what's not. There should be no fucking kids watching this at this hour. Well, never mind. It is a globe. There's a time zone everywhere in the world, so, it is child's viewing hour somewhere along the way. Is that... Ooh, I think that's our neighbor. I got you. I'll move the cart. Do you need me to move it? No. Oh, okay. I thought you were the neighbor. Never mind. It was my stepson. That is. Listen, I'll move that shit for the neighbor. For my stepson, maybe. All right. 2 minutes left. All right, then it's game time. Let's get in the zone. Let's get locked in. Oh. We'll see if my best friend ends up calling me to watch some Dragon Ball later. Normally, me and him watch some Dragon Ball Daima. We've been watching the new Dragon Ball show, but the last few weeks we haven't gotten a chance to do it because last week he just was busy. And then the week before that, he passed out. So we need to... We were supposed to actually be finishing the series today. We were supposed to be watching episode 20 today. But I think we still have to watch like 17. I think that's where we're at. We fell a few weeks behind. Especially because, this is Saturday. I work on Saturdays. So, I'm still dealing with work tired levels. So I can very easily just zonk out if I'm not careful. Oh, I should have poured my drink into a different cup. I can smell the soap on this one. Ugh. Grody. All right. It's game time, though. It's enough of me rambling about bullshit. Take ourselves one last boof. And then let's get on with it, folks. Nobody who's watching. Actually, the only thing that's watching is my own stream. like me pulling it up on my other device. But it's the only way that I know how to interact with the chat on my phone like this. So, hey, you know, what did Captain America teach us? Whatever it takes. Unlike it says in the title, this is Field Mission 5, not 4. Field Mission 5, APC ABCs. This mission focuses on the supply, load, and drop commands. My superiors in Orange Star are pleased with your work, Jackal. I'm also happy to say that the enemy troops aren't deployed ahead of us. Look at this. An artillery unit has been assigned to your command. Used correctly, this unit will strengthen your battalion. No doubt about it. But it sounds like it's seen a lot of action on the front lines, and, well, I guess we'll get a look at it when we reach the battlefield. Oh, and I've received one more bit of information. You've also been given an APC unit to use. This one is fresh from the factory, so don't worry about its condition. Okay, let's get moving. Mission 5, APC ABCs. Well, it's good to see that we have an artillery unit, but it's out of ammo. And it's almost out of fuel, too. It can't fire without ammo, and it can't move without fuel. In this condition, it's useless. But don't worry, I think we'll manage just fine. We'll just need to supply the unit using a transport unit. When you supply a unit, you fill its ammo and fuel to the maximum level. For intel on a specific unit, select the unit and press the R button. Okay, will you select this unit and move it here, please? Okay, I was like, wait, streets have 0 defense, right? Okay, streets are the same as rivers. So basically, for added defense, if you can avoid it, never, ever, ever be on the... God damn it! Trying to get my other phone to just stay where it is. There it is. Cool. Yeah, but basically stay off the street if you can. You can't. Really? Okay, that... The supply command appears in the menu, right? Select that command, please. Great, now we've given the unit both ammo and fuel. This is how transport units supply allied units in adjacent spaces. This time we supplied to only one unit, but transport units can also provide supplies simultaneously to any unit adjacent to it. Oh yes, you can also supply units by placing them in allied bases. As I explained before, in addition to supplies, bases also provide HP. So use bases when you can, but when you can't, use the transport units. Now that the artillery unit is ready to go, let's use it and fire. Would you select it, please? Thank you. Now press the A button again to display the command menu. Select fire, please. So polite about ruining their shit. Paul! This is why we have artillery units. Indirect fire. Indirect fire is the term used... I see my neighbor going in. I just want to make sure I don't need to move my car for him. Indirect fire is the term used for a long-distance attack to the enemy. This technique allows units to fire without fear of counterfire. Now that that's clear, go ahead and deploy the rest of your troops. It's only a matter of time before... Oh, wait. I must have selected, like, use commands or tip. It's only a matter of time before the enemy infantry attacks these allied bases. Let's see what we can do to protect them. I think a single tank unit might barely suffice. Please move the unit here. On second thought, protecting these bases with a single tank unit may be a little tough. The enemy also has tank units nearby, and I think it would be wise to move a mech unit up as close as possible. Please move this mech unit to this point. Yeah, and it'll go in the APC later, and... Okay, I did not see what it said before, but that's fine. I don't really care. Sure. There's some neutral cities below us, right? It would be serious trouble if they were captured. So let's send these infantry units down there. I think we can capture the cities and engage the enemy at the same time. But watch out for the enemy artillery. If you don't deploy your troops carefully, the enemy will attack them. Oh, I almost forgot. Wouldn't you like to know how far your units can fire? Do you remember how we checked an enemy unit's attack range? Check your own troops' attack range the same way. Place the cursor on a unit, then press and hold down the B button. The area displayed in red indicates the unit's attack range. Okay, when you finish deploying all of your units, select end. Yeah, so he's going to go here. Yeah, they're going to be able to smack that city. So we are going to not do that. All right, I'll have this mech go here because it'll help me decide what to do. Because with him, it's going to depend on whether or not wait. No, the tanks are going to have to go this way. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, the 1 mech and 4 infantry units should be enough for all these dildos. Yup, curse you, Nell. Looks like you're bound and determined to get in my way. I'll have my troops swat you like a fly. So scary. Need me to move the car, man? All right. All right, yeah, I just got to make sure. All right, it's your turn. This doesn't look good. Enemy units are closing in, and our mech unit won't arrive in time to help. But don't panic. There's a way for us to help that mech unit move a bit faster and farther. Please select the mech unit. Yep, and here we go. Okay, now move the unit here, please. The load command is in the menu, right? Sorry, the neighbor just pulled in after he said he didn't need me to move. All right, I hope he's actually going to leave somewhere for a while, just so that way I don't feel like a jackass. But, you know, I don't really have anywhere else I can connect to the internet and play. The load command is in the menu, right? Please select that command. You've now loaded the mech unit onto the transport. Transport units can carry both mech and infantry units. This effectively increases the movement range for these units. You won't go wrong using transport units to carry troops. Let's move this unit. Would you select it, please? Please move the unit to this space. Yep, and then we're going to drop them. Please select that command, the drop command. To select the drop, you'll need to choose where you want to unload. This time, unload here, please. All right. That finishes the drop command. Unloading ends the turn for both the transport and the unloaded unit. This is a much faster way to reach distant objectives, right? So transport units can supply all units as well as carry infantry and mech units. But there's one thing you need to remember. Transport units carry no weapons, which means they cannot fire. For more intel on transport units, place the cursor on one and press the R button. From this point on, the army is yours to command. Would you like any strategic advice? Sure. First of all, you need to protect these 2 cities. You should deploy a tank unit to this city in front of the bridge. Yep. Next, I would advise moving the artillery unit near here. Oh, and there's one more thing about artillery units I need to tell you. Artillery units are powerful long-range weapons, but they're weak in direct combat. They also can't move and fire the same turn. I don't believe anything that is long-distance can in this game. I don't think. I don't remember, but I don't think. Anyway, once you take care of the enemy tank units, you shouldn't have any problems winning this battle to win. Or winning this battle. To win, seize the enemy HQ or wipe out all of the enemy forces. It's up to you. Do your best and good luck. Alright. So yeah, to start out, we're just going to do what Boss Lady says. Alright, wait. Yep, put him here. Positioned where he can smash the shit out of any and everything that's right on that bridge. We always want to back up the homies. Alright, and obviously, going in rivers does not matter when there's no enemies nearby. How dare you? That's beautiful. That's thinking beaut. Yep. What a horrible set of circumstances for you. I guess with this it really doesn't matter. Why? Okay. What is going on? Why does it feel like my up? Okay. Are we good now? Weird. She was acting jank. That is ridiculous. Move that closer. Pump that full of lead. Okay, you I effectively don't have to worry about. Oh, let them please join. Oh my god, that would be such good bait. Capture with this unit. And bring these two jackanapes south. Alright. Even though you are both on, like, I don't know if properties is the right word, but really? This is, I don't know why you're grinning. That is a very, like, like, I don't even know why you're so cocky. Blow you off the bridge. Alright. Pick your poison, chap. It's good enough for me. What a weird thing for the NPCs to decide to do. Wipe them off. That's annoying, though, right there. Alright, hit it with the stronger unit. And then weaker unit. Not a thing they're gonna do about it. Alright, Ooh, no, that would have been horrible. Hmm. Alright, not that it matters where I move you to. Alright, might as well just steal a random city. Doesn't matter if I'm weakened, he can't hit back. You know what? I'm gonna dare to capture it. What's he gonna do? Shoot at me? No, that's exactly what he's gonna do, obviously. What's he gonna do? Shoot me? Not like it ever mattered. Yeah, fuck you. Did you get a feel for deploying artillery units? Oh, I did. I did indeed. You're doing well. Now get going and keep up the good work. Grr. Next time. Blast it. Next time. What do we got? Still on the speed! It's always the speed every time. God damn it. I thought I was as flawless could be. And the game's like, nope. You were too slow. All right. Cool. Next time, the title's wrong. That was obviously Field Mission 5. Next time will be Field Mission 6, Tank Ops. So, I'm ready for Tank Ops. Oh, that's so annoying, though. That's so annoying. It's always speed. I don't know why. It's always speed. I don't get it. Not one bit. What's my battery at? 46. I'm good. Good to unplug my shit. Oh, we're just gonna chill here for like 15 minutes, just relax. And then I'll get moving on. Unfortunately, that is it for the gameplay. Luckily it's like 15 minutes every time. I definitely know once it comes time for the actual missions, that's gonna not be the case. Cause you know what? Let me just I don't need to look at my chat right now on my other device. So let me find my, because I think after a while I basically just had it where it was one mission per map. And yeah, a lot of it's like Well, except for the final map where it was like 2.5 hours for me to do it. Yeah, everything else, like, that's 40 minutes, 50. I'm going backwards. 48, hour and a half, 25, 25, 25, 30, 41. Now, I'm sure some of these might have a loss in there somewhere along the way, but yeah, by the time I actually start getting to the real, like, meat taters of the game, I'll definitely be able to, I'll definitely be playing a lot longer, but I have said this in previous weeks. Right now, we're just kind of sort of checking out the, not checking out, we're testing out my internet connection, make sure it stays stable for long periods of time. And I figure, why not show off the tutorial of the game over a given set of weeks while we do that. And also, I can get used to playing these games while I've, had some drink. Because, we're going to Winston Churchill this fucking game. Actually, this whole series. And it's not, I don't just plan on beating through all of these. I do plan on doing the war rooms at some point. Which there are 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, there's basically 20 maps after that. So that's basically like 4.5 months right there more of extra content once I'm done with this game. And I know Advance Wars 2 has also the same thing. It has a what's it called? A war room, and so does Dual Strike, which I probably am going to play Dual Strike. I don't know how well that's going to work on this format. I'm hoping that, that'll be a good enough time, long ways away, that we figure out a solution when we get there. But I do want to try and play through those games. And, once I get through the big, well, not the big four, because the big four wars games, which are obviously all the Advance Wars. Once I get through Advance Wars, Black Hole Rising, Dual Strike, and Days of Ruin, including the war rooms of the other games, by the time I'm done with that, I should be chugging along pretty well. Because that's basically like 4 years right there. So, yeah. Oh. And then I'm going to move on to the Fire Emblem games after that, which I cannot wait to play again. Luckily, I'll be giving it a good couple of years until I play them again, but that's going to be, like, that's what I really want to move towards. Like, these games are fun, I'm not going to lie, but I want the real golden goose of the Intelligent Systems series. But we'll keep playing this until we get there. Ugh. I kind of like having this, like, I move this to Saturday nights, and I kind of like it. I think it's a good time. I think it'll be obviously a lot more interesting when I'm playing longer maps and I'm playing for longer periods of time, than I am now. But, it is what it is. I can't tell if it looks like on the... No, I guess it's pretty accurate. I was kind of looking at it, wondering if the part that's on the screen might look a little, Can I actually... I feel like having that subscribe button right where it is on the screen is really annoying. I don't know if there's a way for me to move the screen, like, more down towards the middle to where that won't be an issue. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I'll play around with it this week and see if I can do that, because I don't want to have that right there if I can, avoid it. But I'll play around with it over the next week if I can. Cause like, yeah, even when I had can I can rewind my live stream, right? Yeah, I'm looking at the yeah, where I'm looking, it's always got the yeah, just right where that subscribe button is. Everything. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. I don't like that it does that. All right, maybe I'll have to see if I can alter where that is. Um, you know what? Fuck it. What does it matter? Uh, let's go to preferences. Game screen layout. Oh, so I can't use the game screen layout at all on this free version. That's so lame. So lame. So lame. So lame. Well. Well. I guess I can't do that. I guess I can't do that. Oh well. What am I to do? I guess it's just gonna have to be how it is. I guess if you really wanted the pure flawless gaming experience, you would just do it yourself. But you know, we're here mostly for vibes. So, you know, we just try to handle it that way. Just don't worry about it. Like, don't worry that you can't see Nell's face in the right part of the screen. You can see her face right there on the text portrait. That should be good enough. I've had my whiskey, feeling good. Go inside, eat some sandwich, and then yeah, probably just chill with the woman. Tomorrow's gonna be, I think she's got a cleaning job, which means it's gonna be just me and the kids. Which is fine. Obviously, I love when it's just me and the kids. I don't ever mind that shit at all. Okay, I don't think that's the neighbor. Yeah, I might take him to that disc golf course around the corner and maybe just take a walk amongst nature with him. That's always kind of why it's so much fun. All right, hold on one sec, though. One sec. All right, I don't know if that's my neighbor, so I don't know if I got to move my car real quick. I think that might be the other neighbor in the other building. But yeah, that is 5 of the missions down. We are basically nearing the halfway point of the field training missions. So luckily, if everything is going good by the time we finish with those, we will be, I think I'll be confident enough that nothing's going to go wrong again. Because, you know, I guess for whom no one it may concern, I used to be able to just live stream from the side of my, like on the street next to my house. And I was able to play there, and like everything was all good. Like nothing was wrong with it. Everything was fine. And then I don't know, like they started doing construction in the neighborhood on some of the internet cables, I think. And I don't know, it just all seemed to go to shit after that. and I stopped being able to get signal. And it's not even that far. Like from where the modem would be to my car on the side of the road, it would be like 20 feet at the absolute max. And yeah, I just wasn't getting signal anymore. And I had played through quite a bit of the first Fire Emblem just like that, and it was all fine. And then when I ran, it all kind of collapsed all at once, because after I messed that up, I went and I played Advance Wars 2. I tried to, and very quickly everything started messing up the same way. It like was kind of on again and off again, and I thought I could do it, and it just didn't work. I tried doing this inside of my house, but just that didn't work because I don't really have a designated gaming space where I could just talk and not feel so weird about it. So, because I am very self-conscious about it for some reason. I don't know why. And yeah, so it's like I didn't want to do it inside. Obviously now I'm doing it late as fuck. So I couldn't do it inside because I can never be loud, because my house is way too small to be any sort of loud at night. So yeah, it's just this has been for the last this is week 5. Everything has gone swell. Everything has gone super. So I'm hoping everything stays like this. I'm hoping that everything works its way out and it stays like this, so that way I can, by the time I'm done with, what are the next ones? Copter tactics, air assault, air defense, dogfights, naval forces, climate status, and fog of war. Wait, how many are there? Do I have the wrong number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know why I thought there was more. Maybe it's because I've had too many drinks. But yeah, I guess next week that makes, because I know the final one isn't really an actual mission. But, yeah, we're almost smack dab in that halfway mark. So, excuse me, go away. Yeah, I have 8 more. I have like 2 more months of just dicking around with this, and because basically if it stops working and I'm not able to do this the way that I want, then I'm just gonna say fuck it, and just that'll be it, and I'm cool with that. But yeah, if everything works over the next 8 weeks, then I'll be confident enough to go through the campaign and actually be willing to play through the longer missions and dedicate real time to this game. So, but that is it for the day, guys. I will see y'all tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be, I'll be recording Mega Man Battle Network and what's it called? One Piece. One Piece tomorrow is episode 288. So I'm always excited for some animus, for some enemies. So yeah, I'm gonna watch that. So yeah, talk to you later, guys. Peace.